Hello everyone, great to have your company here on Kalkine TV. I'm Rachel and you're watching The Buzzing Trends. Today I'm going to share with you merger and acquisition deals from the tech space here in Australia. The recent Square and Afterpay takeover has taken the technology merger and acquisition space by storm. Afterpay, which is an Australian fintech company, is set to be acquired by New York Stock Exchange listed Square. That's in a $29 billion deal. Square is an American financial services and digital payments company based in San Francisco in California. The company was founded back in 2009 by Jack Dorsey and Jim McKelvey and launched its first platform in 2010. The Square and Afterpay deal, however, is still not quite complete and is in fact subject to shareholder approvals from both companies. It is expected that the deal would be closed by the first quarter of next year. The tech merger and acquisition space, however, has been quite busy much before the Square Afterpay takeover. In June alone, merger and acquisition deals worth $1.5 billion were announced in the tech sector. That's according to British consulting company Global Data's deals database. This was a growth of around 62% month on month. By another metric, the value of merger and acquisition deals signed in June is an increase of 142% over the average value of deals done cumulatively during the last 12 months. Of the total tech merger and acquisition deals executed across the globe in June, Australia's share stood at 5.09%. So why are mergers and acquisitions trending in this COVID era? Well, the surge seems to be a result of the market witnessing the pullback of government stimulus packages. Hundreds of thousands of businesses have cut back their operations significantly. Millions of workers have been laid off and consumer spending has been drastically reduced. Supply chains have been disrupted and the demand for oil and other energy sources has plummeted. So there's a dearth of sellers and appetite of buyers to get deals done in the short term. There is also an increased momentum in the capital market. Coming back to the tech space now, almost 50% of technology executives were optimistic about growth in revenue this year. That's according to the latest Ernst & Young survey. 51% expressed the intent to pursue merger and acquisitions in the next year for better growth. Companies in the tech sector are organising their merger and acquisition strategy for enhancing resilience, improving digital technology and expanding market share through the process of consolidation. In addition, dwindling organic growth of tech companies in the coming times could mean merger and acquisitions becoming the medium for growth. So now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned. I'll be back to share some details of the recent merger and acquisitions in Australian technology space.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Monday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
Hello, welcome back. I'm Rachel, your host live from Kalkine Studios, and you're watching the show The Buzzing Trends. Before the break, we discussed why merger and acquisitions are a trending strategy in the COVID era. In this segment, we'll take a look at recent merger acquisitions in the Australian technology space. Going by the size of the deal, the acquisition of Melbourne tech firm Message4You by Cinch for $1.3 billion comes at the top. Message Media is a leader in mobile messaging solutions for small and medium-sized businesses in the United States, Australia, New Zealand and Europe. Sinch is a global leader in cloud communications for mobile customer engagement. The next big merger and acquisition on our list is the acquisition of Extel by Superloop at $110 million. Extel is a leading Australian private and independent internet services provider with over 110,000 residential and business customers. Superloop is a telecommunications infrastructure company. Next on the acquisition list is Ascentia Group by Access Intelligence for $67 million. The Ascentia Group is a media intelligence and insights company. Access Intelligence is a business-to-business media and information company headquartered in Maryland in the US. Moving on now to the next acquisition, Mindtech was acquired for $14 million by Caterpillar Holdings Australia. Mindtech is the world's sole supplier of tracking and data communications networks for increasing productivity and safety in underground mining activities. Mindtech is a part of the Codan group of companies. Caterpillar Holdings Australia is a foreign-owned proprietary company that derives its revenue from the distribution, sale and maintenance of mining equipment, railway track work and equipment, locomotives, autonomy-related mining services. The next acquisition is that of Panviva by Nasdaq-listed Upland Software for $19.8 million. Panviva is an Australian player and knowledge management solutions company. Upland Software is a leader in cloud-based tools for digital transformation. And last on our list is the acquisition of Australian technology services provider Ampion by Indian IT consulting business giant Wipro for $117 million. That was in April 2021. Now it's time to wrap up today's show. I hope you found this informative. Stay tuned for more news and updates on Kalkine TV Live. This is Rachel signing off.